What's going on, everyone, and welcome to something a little bit different on the channel. I really wanted to talk about some games on here, but I wanted to talk about something a little bit different compared to what I've pretty much talked about a lot. I talk about Donkey Kong, Mario, Kirby sometimes, but I wanted to try out something a little bit different this time. Well, I mean, a little bit different because I haven't really made this type of video in a while, but this year I want to try to make videos on certain games I really love, even if it's not Mario or Donkey Kong. I'm going to try to go through different franchises this time, so hopefully I do that and not be lazy. So, yeah, today we're going to be talking about Nickelodeon All Star Brawl number 2. Yeah, the game that came out last year that I've actually been playing a lot, actually. I just haven't made a video on it. So I thought I'd make a video on it, and I don't know how many people care about it. I mean, there's probably still people that care about it. We'll talk about that discussion. So, first things first, let's go with the discussion of Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2 and ask the question, why was this even a thing? Well, I guess I should refrain from the first game, right? Talk about the first game, and, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I'll admit that it is a fun game and I had my time with it, but I will admit that it definitely had some problems. It was sort of, especially with that price tag, and yeah, it just sort of lacked content. That's all I could say. Like, it was some, there was a mode like Classic Mode, Arcade Mode, which is pretty much like the classic mode of the Smash series. I'm gonna be comparing Nickelodeon All Star Brawl Smash up quite a few times, and I don't mean it in a mean way, by the way, unlike some people on the internet. So yeah, but there's some there's some unique there's some neat stuff in there, but there are also some problems with the game, like, you know, some bugs that happen, characters that sort of felt a bit samey, so they wouldn't really be as unique. Like, the down airs are usually the same and stuff like that. There were no voice acting, they were added later. All costumes were added later, despite them also being lame. Yeah, there were a lot of problems with Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 1, despite being an okay game. And people thought this game, so-called, flopped. And, well, it actually didn't, because, like, duh, it's not gonna reach Smash Bros. Levels of sales. I mean, Smash is one of the most popular Nintendo franchises out there. So, of course, like, you're not gonna see, like, like, what does that mean? Like, of course, oh, does that mean 2D Mario should be the only 2D platforming series, or 3D Mario should be the only 3D platforming series because it gets so many high sales? No, of course not. I know the comparison isn't fair what I'm making, but what I'm saying is, like, of course, more people are gonna be interested in something that has Mario on the cover. It just makes sense. So, of course, even if there's not a huge audience for certain games that don't have Mario, there is going to be an audience. The people who bring up, did people even remember this, are probably more obsessed with that than the actual fans. I normally don't talk about this kind of stuff on my videos, but I know I'm going to get these types of comments, so I thought I'd bring it up now. But no, Nickelodeon All Star Brawl didn't flop per se, just didn't reach that potential it had. And now we have the sequel. And some people also ask, why did they make a sequel and not update the first game? Also, are you like, this is literally different mechanics for the characters. Like, are y'all like looking or something? Like, the movesets on some characters feel a lot more different now, and they've added a lot more stuff. Hell yes, of course they made a sequel. And there's some neat character inclusions and also DLC. I'm not spoiling, although you probably already saw it anyway because of leaks. This game doesn't get safe from leaks. That's all I can say, though. But yeah, that's why we have a sequel. And I can definitely say, alright, that's enough with the discourse I've seen online, at least. And yeah, let's just move on and talk about the actual, like, game. So yeah, it's your typical platform fighting game. Like, if you play like Smash Bros or anything like that, you know what you're going to be expecting. Playing, you know, with your favorite Nickelodeon characters, SpongeBob, Garfield. Yes, Garfield counts. I love Garfield. He's my main, by the way. You got Hey Arnold characters. You have Avatar characters, sure. Ren and Stimpy, Reptar from Rugrats. There's a lot of neat characters that feel different enough from this. Feel fun to play, honestly. So yeah, Garfield is my main, and then I also play like SpongeBob. So yeah, I do like playing this game, and I played it a lot. The arcade mode is definitely more unique now, a little bit more variety this time, especially with adding something like a little target test mode. I wish Smash Bros. Ultimate had a target test mode. So yeah, and then there's, of course, like, you know, there's just a lot of stuff to do in the game. This has more content in the game that I just think that, yeah, this game completely overthrows the original game, and it's just really that fun, honestly. So yeah, now we need to talk about the main highlight of the game that I think is really fun is the so-called single-player mode of the game. It's basically like it's a rug-like campaign mode. Basically, you have to stop the villain of the solo mode. So think of it like that. I guess I can also bring up. I'm going to compare Smash a lot. Smash Bros. Single-player modes never really met their full potential, in my opinion. Melee's adventure mode, I think, is very overrated, in my opinion. I know that's probably a controversial take, because, like, 4 decent levels, and then there's, like, 4 of them that I consider them levels and fun, and then the rest of them I feel like I'll be better for classic mode. I don't find it that replayable, to be honest. Brawl Subspace Emissary is easily the best of the series, and I do really like it, but I will say it's not perfect. Looking at you, Great Maze. And, like, it's carried for the character interactions, and, I mean, it's great to see character interactions, but I also want decent enough, like, a mode, you know? So, yeah. And Donkey Kong was locked up in a trophy for most of the modes, so that was disappointing. And, of course, we have none in Smash 4 because Sakurai didn't want cutscenes to get leaked. And Ultimate World of Light, while I don't think it's as bad as people think it is, World of Light is just so long, it went on for too long, and it just felt so repetitive and boring at times. You can't play through it for that long, and I've never replayed it since. So, yeah, 100% at once, and I just moved on with my life. But this mode specifically, Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2, I say clears all of the single-player story modes in the Smash series, unironically. I'm serious. It's just a fun mode, and maybe dying and redoing stuff isn't fun, and I don't like that either, but at least it adds a little bit of strategy. You can play different characters too, and there's also different interactions depending on the character you're playing, so there is a lot to this single-player mode. It's only like about 5 to 6 hours long too, so it doesn't even take you that long to finish, honestly. So, yeah, I really enjoyed the solo mode, honestly. It's definitely really fun. Alright, I think I pretty much talked about a lot with this game, especially with DLC. A fun platform fighter game. Is it better than some of the Smash games? I don't know about that. I feel like I've been comparing Smash a lot, and I know people are going to be sick of me doing that. I'm not one of those people that thinks, oh, the so-called Smash Killer. I feel like it was a term that was more or less a joke back in 2021 when the first game got revealed, and then people took it too seriously and stuff, and it just went all over the place, so yeah, that's personally how I see it, I guess. But despite all the dumb stuff, Nickelodeon All Star Brawl is a very fun game. Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2 is very fun, and I'm glad I got to show it off for y'all. So the pricing may be, oh yeah, play this game anywhere but the Switch, and I say this as someone who unfortunately has a Switch version. I mean, it has slow loading times, and it's gonna have problems, of course. We need that Switch too, huh? Anyway, regardless, give this game a chance if it's on sale, because it goes on sale pretty often, so yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. What do you want me to see me do more series based on other franchises? And what do you think of Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2 if you got the game? Let me know in the comments below. Later, folks.